Have you ever wondered how a city gets its name? For some, it's a forgotten hero, a distant land, or a simple description. But for one of the world's most dynamic financial hubs, the story starts with a simple misunderstanding by a river. Today, we're diving into the incredible history of Makati, the financial capital of the Philippines. And trust me, its origin story is not what you'd expect. Let's rewind the clock, way back before skyscrapers pierced the clouds, before the constant hum of traffic filled the air. In the pre-Hispanic era, this land was a thriving settlement along the banks of the Pasig River. It was a kingdom ruled by a powerful leader named Lakan Tagkan. His wife, Boan, was the Lady of the River, a testament to how deeply intertwined their lives were with the water that flowed beside them. This wasn't a concrete jungle. It was a green, fertile land, sustained by the river's rhythm. Then, in 1521, a new chapter began with the arrival of the Spanish. Picture this. Spanish explorers, led by Miguel López de Legazpi, are making their way inland from the Manila Bay. They reach this riverside settlement and, curious, ask the locals for its name. The residents, seeing the water level of the Pasig River receding, replied, "Makati na, kumakati na." In their native Tagalog, this simply meant, the tide is ebbing. It's low tide. The Spanish, not understanding the language, heard Macati and thought that was the name of the place. And just like that, a name was born from a moment of tidal change. It's a beautiful, almost poetic beginning, isn't it? A name rooted in the natural world, in the ebb and flow of the river that gave it life. Under Spanish rule, the area underwent a massive transformation. In 1589, the land was acquired by the Jesuits, a Catholic religious order. They consolidated the territory and established a vast agricultural estate, naming it Hacienda San Pedro de Macati. For centuries, this hacienda was the heart of the region. It wasn't a bustling city yet, but a center of farming and religious life. The Jesuits managed the land, cultivating crops and building churches, laying a foundational grid that, in some ways, you can still see hints of today. When the Jesuits were expelled from the Philippines in the 1760s, the hacienda changed hands several times, passing through prominent families. But the real turning point came in the mid-19th century when the Zobel de Ayala family acquired it. This was the moment the seeds of modern Macati were truly planted. They had a vision, one that looked far beyond rice paddies and ranchlands. They saw the potential for a new kind of city. The American period, at the turn of the 20th century, accelerated this change. In 1901, Macati was officially incorporated as a municipality. The Ayalas began to meticulously plan its development. They established the country's first-ever polo club, creating a social hub for the elite. They envisioned residential villages, commercial zones, and green spaces. One of their most brilliant moves was creating an airport, Nielsen Field, right in the heart of Macati. Today, you know this area as the Ayala Triangle. The runways are now major avenues, Ayala Avenue and Paseo de Roxas, the very arteries of the financial district. Think about that next time you're walking there. You're treading on a former runway. After World War II, the development went into overdrive. The 1950s and 60s were a golden age of construction. The old hacienda was rapidly transforming. Residential villages like Forbes Park and Bel Air sprung up, offering a new suburban lifestyle. And then came the centerpiece, the Central Business District. The Ayalas planned it with incredible foresight, creating a modern, efficient, and dynamic commercial hub. Banks, corporations, and international businesses flocked to Macati, drawn by its modern infrastructure and strategic location. The skyline began to rise, one building at a time, each one a symbol of the nation's growing economic ambition. By 1975, Macati's status was undeniable. It was officially recognized as a city, a testament to its incredible growth and importance. From a riverside settlement misunderstood by explorers, to a vast Jesuit estate, and finally, a master-planned metropolis. Macati's journey is a powerful story of vision and transformation. Today, it's not just the home of the Philippine Stock Exchange and countless multinational corporations. It's a vibrant city with world-class shopping, diverse dining, and a thriving arts and culture scene. So the next time you hear the name Macati, remember its humble, watery origins. Remember the ebb and flow of the Pasig River and the locals who unknowingly christened their home. It's a reminder that even the mightiest cities can have the most unassuming beginnings, and that sometimes the greatest stories are hidden in plain sight, waiting for the tide to go out so they can be revealed. Thank you so much for joining me on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the fascinating stories that shape our world. See you next time.